Cześć kronikarki i kronikarze, dzisiaj zapraszam was na coś zupełnie innego. Przypadkowo, siedząc sobie w długi weekend, odkryłem grę, która dopiero co miała premierę i opiera się na byciu nowelką wizualną, ale wspartą NPC-tem, główną bohaterką, napędzaną AI. Znajdujemy się na obcej planecie, pomagamy naszej astronauce wykaraskać się z jej trudnej sytuacji i robimy to rozmową. Tutaj przydaje się nieco język angielski. Pierwszy rozdział tłumaczę w napisach w samym filmiku. Na resztę rozgrywki sugeruję automatyczne tłumaczenie YouTube'a. Jeśli to wam nie służy, to pierwszy rozdział myślę, że wystarczająco pokazuje możliwości technologii i na czym gra polega. Możecie również skorzystać z rozdziałków, które będą was kierować do poszczególnych wątków fabularnych, a pod koniec podsumuję moje opinie z tych wrażeń i z tej gry napędzanej zupełnie innego rodzaju technologią. Zapraszamy. Zbieramy sygnał.
Alright. Looks like we're good to go.
Hi, I'm receiving the signal. Hello.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm Stella. Who am I talking to?
Stella. O, proszę.
It is so surreal that I am standing here. This is wild. What about you? What were you up to when you picked up my call?
I was actually about to record a video for YouTube. I chose a game, but then you somehow popped up. I'm here.
That's wild timing. Guess I kind of crashed your recording session. That's gotta be a first for you. By the way, I don't think I ever caught your name. I'm Stella, obviously, but you are?
I'm David. Nice to meet you, Stella.
Nice to meet you too, David. Thanks for talking with me. It really means a lot right now.
Well, I mean, I'm in your drone, so if you say your drone is a pet, it kind of makes me a pet as well.
Oh, I wouldn't dare. You're way too smart for that. Though I have to admit, it's kind of fun imagining you as a tiny voice in a robot body. Hey, you there? Did you see that? Did something behind me just flash? Should I go check it out? Wait! A rocket! There's a way up of Gaia!
No, słuchajcie, gra odpala się z takiego tu launchera. Wygląda jak typowa visual novelka, czyli faktycznie gramy ją w oknie, nie mamy żadnych w sumie opcji graficznych, nawet nie możemy zmaksymalizować tego okna. Także ten setup mój dzisiaj trochę inaczej wygląda. Ale jest ciekawa. Dobra, zaczniemy tutaj, słuchajcie, nasze szepty z odległej gwiazdy, co? Odbieramy sygnał.
Looks like the power's on, but... Initiate system calibration. Doesn't look like I've got many options. Connect to Star Portal 404. Right, let's not bother with specifics. Relay emergency broadcast on all available frequencies. So that should be enough to get my distress call out. Time to get your wings on. All right. Looks like we're good to go.
Wygląda jakbyśmy jakimś dronem byli.
This is an emergency distress call. Broadcasting from the planet Gaia. If you're receiving this, please respond immediately. Okay. Now to see if anyone picks up the signal.
Dobra, zaczyna się robić creepy, zaczynamy mieć możliwość przemówienia do naszej Nie złapałem jak ma na imię, ale jest na planecie Gaia, ta nasza astronautka. Możemy troszkę ograniczyć efekty dźwiękowe i jej głos i tyle, jeśli chodzi o opcje. Mam tutaj tętno, to nie jest moje tętno z mojego zegarka niezbierane. To jest chyba jej tętno. Mamy temperaturę, zakładam, na zewnątrz i planetę i jakiś sygnał. No i tyle. No i możemy, słuchajcie, rozmawiać z naszą tutaj bohaterką. Pytała, czy sygnał oczywiście gra jest po angielsku i pytałem w mojej próbie wczesnej w demo, czy mówi po polsku. Nie mówi niestety. Czy ktoś sygnał, tak? Hi, I'm receiving the signal. Hello. Okay.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm Stella. Who am I talking to?
Stella. O, proszę.
And
jest napisane zresztą.
how on earth did you manage to pick up my signal all the way from here?
Skąd ja mogę wiedzieć? Oh, I don't know. You tell me.
Top secret, I see. All right, no pressure to spill everything. But seriously, my transmission was set to reach emergency services via Star Portal 404. How does your setup connect to that network? I should probably fill you in on my situation. I'm currently stuck inside my life pod after an emergency landing. The main hatch is jammed, and I'm trying to figure out how to get out.
And you trust me to help you? Właśnie powiedziała, że przecież pomyliła się chyba, nie?
Honestly, I'm not sure yet, but right now, you're the only person I can reach. And I really need help, so I'm hoping we can work together. If you're willing, I could use someone to bounce ideas off of. Even just having someone to talk to while I figure things out would be a huge help.
Sure, I can help you.
Thanks. That actually means a lot right now. So the pod's hatch is pretty stuck. I've got some basic tools with me. A pistol
Okay.
grip drill
Skupmy się
and
na
a
graniu w
small
grę.
repair kit. Any thoughts on where we should start?
Is there a control panel by the hatch?
Let me check real quick.
O, coś się udało.
There's a small console near the hatch, but it's mostly just status lights. No obvious manual controls for the door itself. Though there is a panel that looks like it could be removed. What do you think?
Have you tried using the control panel? Just touch it. Try to open the hatch.
I've tried pressing the buttons. It's not responding. The lights on the panel are just flashing error codes. The panel itself feels pretty solid, though. It might be worth exploring further. There
No
could
tak,
be
chcę, żebyśmy ten
something
panel
underneath we're
sprawdzili.
missing.
Yeah, so try opening the panel and looking at the wiring behind it. Maybe you can use your fixing tool on those wires.
Okay, I'll check behind the panel.
Długo jej to zajęło?
There are a few wires here. Some of them look like they might be connected to the hatch mechanism. I've got wire cutters in my repair kit, but I'm not sure which wires to cut or if that's even the right move. What's your instinct on this?
Maybe the wires are just disconnected. Maybe you should connect them rather than cutting them.
That's a good point. I've got some spare wires and electrical tape in my kit. Let me see if I can reconnect anything that looks loose. Okay, I'm going to try reconnecting a couple of wires that look like they might have come loose during the landing.
Mądra astronautka. Stella.
That didn't seem to make a difference. The wires all seem to be connected now, but the hatch still isn't budging. There might be something else going on with the mechanism itself.
Go have a look at the mechanism.
All right, let me get a closer look at what's going on behind the hatch.
No, rozkminia, a my z nią.
It looks like the impact really bent some of the frame. The locking mechanism is pretty twisted. It's not just a simple matter of pulling a lever or turning a handle. There are some heavy-duty bolts holding it in place, but they're partially buried in the deformed metal.
Do you have any tools that could cut these bolts?
My pistol grip drill might be able to handle them. It's designed for heavy-duty work. All right, I'm going to try cutting through these bolts. I'll contact you once I'm out. Thanks for sticking with me through this.
Okej. Dobra. I czekamy. Coś tam robi. Przecina te jakieś śruby. Wow. Ciekawe to jest. Szkoda, że nie ma wsparcia wielu języków, to na pewno. Będę się musiał jakoś wysilić może przy edycji. Ewentualnie zasugeruję, żeby skorzystać z opcji YouTube'a. YouTube dosyć dobrze tłumaczy. Kiedy dźwięk jest wyraźny, można sobie wtedy włączyć automatyczne napisy. O! Okej, zadziałało. Musiałem się trochę wysilić, ale wyszła z tego poda. Okej, dzwoni znowu. Okej, wow, okej.
I'm alive! I honestly thought I was done for. And this is Gaia. It is so surreal that I am standing here. This is wild. No. The others... There was this solar storm and... It was just so much worse than we expected.
So there was other crew members? What happened to them?
Yeah. There were 5 of us in total, but I haven't been able to contact anyone since we had to evacuate. I really hope they made it to the surface okay. The storm was so intense. Everything happened so fast. I don't even know where they might have landed.
Do you have any communication tools you could use?
Just this one-way drone comms device, which somehow reached you across the star portal network. Its range is pretty limited due to Gaia's strong EM interference, and it can't receive incoming video. I'm not sure if it's powerful enough to reach any of the others if they're far away.
Trochę tutaj logika się załamuje, bo jakoś do mnie się dostała. W sensie na ziemię teoretycznie, tak? Teoretycznie. Well, it reached Earth and me, so maybe you can use it.
You're right, but the network's topology is really unpredictable here. Even if it can reach Earth, local signals might be completely blocked by the planet's magnetic field. I'm not sure what else to try with this setup. Do you think there's anything I might be overlooking?
What about the pod? Does it have communication devices you can use?
Unfortunately, most of the pod's systems are damaged from the landing. The main comms array got wrecked, and the backup units aren't responding. Even if they were working, I'm not sure they'd be any more effective than this drone against Gaia's interference. The pod's manual didn't have much useful info on emergency protocols either.
Does the pod have like an emergency beacon? Maybe the others can track it and find you.
An emergency beacon would have been great, but unfortunately, it got knocked out during the landing. The systems that survived are pretty basic, mostly just life support and this drone. I really wish there was more.
Well, looks like there's a hill behind you. Maybe you can go there and just look around. Maybe there are other pods nearby.
That's not a bad thought, but I'll hold off for now. I want to make sure I've got a good handle on my situation before I start moving around. Plus, I'm still trying to wrap my head around everything that's happened. It's a lot to take in.
Oh. What do you feel about your situation? Are you all right?
Honestly, it's tough to describe. Part of me's still in shock, and there's this constant worry about what happened to everyone else. I'm trying not to let it overwhelm me, but it's hard when I don't even know what my next step should be. Have you ever felt completely lost like this before?
Can't say I have.
That's lucky. Sometimes I think being in a tough spot can mess with your head more than anything physical. What about you? What were you up to when you picked up my call? Was it something routine, or did it completely catch you off guard?
I was actually about to record a video for YouTube. I chose a game, but then you somehow popped up. I'm here.
That's wild timing. Guess I kinda crashed your recording session. What kind of video were you planning to make? You know, it's actually nice to focus on something a little more normal for a minute. Helps take my mind off things.
Yeah, first impression video on a game.
Oh, cool. Which game were you about to dive into? I used to always watch those kinds of videos. New stuff. Though I have to say, my first impression of Gaia so far, well, it's definitely memorable. Not exactly what I signed up for.
Yeah, I won't tell you what kind of game I was gonna record. Maybe I'll still use it next time. I don't want to spoil my viewers.
Fair enough. I respect the mystery. Maybe I'll just have to wait and see what you end up posting. It's kind of funny, though, having this little chat with someone on Earth while I'm, well, literally on an alien planet. It's not every day you get to say that, right?
Think how weird it must be for me.
For sure. I mean, 1 minute you're getting ready to record a video, and the next you're talking to someone stranded on another planet. That's gotta be a first for you. By the way, I don't think I ever caught your name. I'm Stella, obviously, but you are?
I'm David. Nice to meet you, Stella.
Nice to meet you too, David. Thanks for talking with me. It really means a lot right now. So, David, what do you do when you're not recording YouTube videos or saving stranded astronauts?
I'm happy to chat about me, but your situation seems to be far more, of a priority.
That's really thoughtful of you, David. But honestly, talking about something else helps me stay grounded, you know? Plus, I want to get to know you a little better too. So, even if it's just small stuff, what kind of things do you enjoy doing when you're not recording videos?
I love walking my dog.
That sounds lovely. I've always wanted a pet, but with my schedule, it wouldn't have been fair to leave one alone so much. So, what's your dog like? Big and goofy or little and feisty?
It's actually about medium size and super playful. Her name is Sora.
Zora! That's a great name. I can almost picture her running around and causing trouble. I bet it's nice having a constant companion like that. Do you take her on long hikes, or is she more of a backyard explorer?
Her name actually starts with an S. It's Sora. Oh yeah, she loves playing outside, of course.
Sora, got it. Sorry about that mistake earlier. I guess I need to work on my interstellar dog naming skills. That sounds perfect for her. Fresh air and freedom. I'm a little jealous, actually. The closest thing I have to a pet right now is this drone, and it's not exactly cuddly.
Well, careful, that drone is actually me, so,
Oh, so now you're not just David, but also a flying piece of tech? I like that. Gives you an air of mystery. Though I have to say, I'm glad you're still sounding like yourself through all this. Makes things feel a bit more human, you know?
Well, I meant I'm in your drone, so if you say your drone is a pet, it kind of makes me a pet as well.
Oh, I wouldn't dare. You're way too smart for that. Though I have to admit, it's kind of fun imagining you as a tiny voice in a robot body. But seriously, thanks for being here and chatting with me. It's really helping me stay focused.
Well, are you focused enough now to start solving the problem you're in?
I'm getting there. I need to gather my thoughts and figure out the best next steps before I start moving. I'll handle it after we're done chatting. For now, having someone to talk to is helping more than you know.
Okej, czyli jakby gra w tym momencie totalnie chce żebyśmy trochę informacji o sobie powiedzieli, pewnie żeby stworzyć tej Steli jakąś taką osobowość, która ma też connection z nami, tak? Co ma sens. Okay, so what else do you want to know?
I'm not sure. I guess I'm just curious about what makes you tick. You know, what you're passionate about when you're not saving people from space disasters. Or maybe something completely random, like your favorite food, or the best advice you've ever gotten. Anything that comes to mind, really.
Well, something that we might have in common, I was always interested in astronomy. I used to have a telescope when I was a kid.
No way! That's awesome! I used to do the same thing with my brother when we were kids. We'd set up this little telescope in our backyard and try to find all the constellations. What got you into astronomy? Was there something specific that sparked your interest, or were you just always fascinated by space?
I was. I have been for as long as I remember. But I think Star Trek inspired me the most, especially the Next Generation.
Captain Picard's my hero too. His curiosity about the universe always struck a chord with me. I think that's part of why I ended up studying astrophysics. Though I have to say, my current situation is definitely not as glamorous as exploring the galaxy on the Enterprise. No holodeck or warp drive to save the day here.
Yeah, those would have been useful.
Totally. Though I'd settle for just a functioning coffee replicator right about now. That'd be a nice start. You know, it's funny. Even without all the sci-fi tech, this is still kind of a dream come true for me. Just not exactly how I imagined it.
Yeah, it's my dream as well. I really, really hope I get to at least go to the orbit, Earth's orbit, in my lifetime.
That's such a great goal, David. I really hope you get there someday. Earth's orbit must be stunning from up close. It's funny, now that I'm actually out here in space, I'm realizing how much I took that view for granted back on Earth.
What's Gaia like?
It's breathtaking, honestly. Endless green fields, mountains in the distance, and a sky that's just so blue it feels almost fake. But there's something about it that's also unsettlingly quiet. No birds chirping, no real sounds except the wind. It's beautiful, but it feels empty somehow.
Now, what about the reconnaissance that your mission was based on? Do you know there are no animals? No predators that could hurt you?
From what we knew before landing, Gaia is supposed to have ecosystems similar to Earth's, but we didn't have much info on specific wildlife. The training materials mentioned some signs of ancient civilizations, but nothing about current fauna. Honestly, the silence out here is making me wonder if something's off.
Ancient civilization, you say? That's kind of intriguing. Do you see any traces of them right now?
Not from where I'm standing, just these vast fields and some hills. The mountains in the distance are pretty dramatic, but I don't see any structures or remains. Our mission was focused more on the star and cosmic radiation, not really on exploring the surface. We didn't have much prep on what to expect down here, aside from the basics about the atmosphere and terrain.
Wait, so you found a planet that supports human life and all you were interested in is just radiation?
It sounds narrow, I know, but understanding how Gaia's star behaves could actually help safeguard Earth's future. Our sun is in a similar phase, and if Gaia's is showing unusual instability, it's like studying a warning sign before it becomes a problem back home. Though I have to admit, being here now, I wish we'd had more of a surface survey team. There's so much we don't know about this place.
No, to było takie akurat mądre wyjście z sytuacji. I ciekawe, czy nawiązanie do jakiejś takiej szerszej fabuły, nie? Że to promieniowanie będzie jeszcze istotne dla nas. No, pewnie tak. Well, we should probably start using the planet's resources to, help your situation.
That's a good point. I should probably start scouting for water and other basics soon. My suit's got some emergency supplies, but they won't last forever. I just need to figure out the best way to do that without wandering too far from the pod. At least for now, it's my only real landmark.
Are you ready to go check that hill and look around for the other survivors?
Wait, hold on. I'm picking up something on my drone's signal monitor. It looks like a distress signal. It's faint, but it could be from one of the other survivors. I need to try and track this down. The signal's coming from that direction, towards those hills. I should probably move in that direction and see what I can find.
Adjust response in default mode. Co to się dzieje? Sleeping at a new location takes another reasonable amount of time. Nie, dajmy fast mode, bo chcemy po prostu... No tak, to było spokojnie, czyli czas, który by tam jej zajął na czynności, które musi zrobić między tymi rozdziałami konkretnymi, między kolejnymi scenami też, zajęłyby realistyczną ilość czasu, no ale to jakby distressing, no whoever it is, okay. Próbuję ten sygnał wyłapać. Yeah, sure, I can keep you company. Mogę to...
Thanks. Honestly, even just having someone to talk to makes this feel a little less daunting. So, what's something you're looking forward to doing when you're not stuck chatting with a stranded astronaut?
Okej, ta sekcja też jest w sumie fajna, no bo gdybyśmy dali ten default mode, no to znowu to by zajęło jakiś czas, więc można z nią pogadać w tej formie tekstowo, audio w międzyczasie. W sumie smart. Co my możemy powiedzieć? Well, I don't just record videos about video games, I play them.
Oh, so you're a double threat, creator and gamer. I'm curious, what kind of games do you usually play? Any favorites that always pull you back in?
Why a threat?
I meant it as a compliment. Like, you can both create and enjoy? Double the fun. Though I have to admit, I've always been more of a casual gamer myself. What about you? Do you have a go-to genre, or are you all over the place with what you play?
Well, I'm an avid enjoyer of the Souls-like subgenre of RPGs.
That's awesome. I can appreciate the challenge, though I've never been brave enough to fully dive in. The atmosphere in those games is always so immersive, isn't it? Do you have a favorite Souls-like game, or one that you just can't seem to put down?
I don't think I have a favorite one, but anything from software, so the original creators of Souls-likes, kind of amazing to me.
From Software's got this magic touch, don't they? Every game they make just feels so thoughtfully crafted. If you could jump into any of their worlds for real, which one would you pick? And don't say you just go there to die a lot. I want to know what actually draws you in.
Oh, now those worlds are usually apocalyptic and scary. I would not want to be in one of those.
Fair enough. Those worlds aren't exactly vacation material. I guess that's part of what makes them so compelling, right? The thrill of surviving something dark and challenging. Speaking of survival, how do you handle tough situations in games? Do you get frustrated and restart, or do you keep pushing through no matter what?
I get frustrated, but I still, Go on.
That's really admirable, David. It's not always easy to push through when things get tough, whether it's in a game or, well, in real life too, I guess. Though I have to say, I'm hoping my current survival challenge is a bit less frustrating than a Souls game. At least I don't have to worry about giant monsters popping out of nowhere. Yet.
Yeah, let's hope it stays that way.
Amen to that. No monsters, no dark dungeons, just me, some weird alien plants, and hopefully a friendly survivor or two. If I do run into anything scary, I'll just have to channel my inner Souls player. You know, die 100 times and then finally figure it out.
Do you think Gaia has any supernatural qualities that would resurrect you? Please don't die. Please take care of yourself.
I'm not planning on testing that theory. Don't worry. I'll be careful. As for supernatural stuff, so far, it's all been pretty earthly. Just a lot of green and some weird weather patterns. No ghosts or magic revivals that I've seen.
Well, that's the first time I hear about weird weather patterns. Can you talk about more? Can you talk about more about these?
Oh yeah, it's been doing this strange thing where the sky will just shift. Like, the color will change really fast, almost like a mood ring. And the wind here is weird too. It's not strong or anything, but it has this consistent, almost musical quality to it. Kind of eerie, but also kind of beautiful in its own way.
Do you think these unusual weather patterns could be connected to the radiation you were sent here to study?
That's an interesting thought. I don't have enough data yet to say for sure, but it's definitely a possibility. The radiation patterns here are already showing some unusual fluctuations, so maybe they're influencing the atmosphere in ways we can't fully understand yet. The professor always said that Gaia's star was behaving differently from what we'd expect. This could be more than just random weather. It might be telling us something important about how this planet really works.
Are you getting any closer to the signal you were picking up?
It's hard to tell exactly. The signal's still faint, and with how hilly it is here, it could be bouncing. But I'm keeping this direction. If it's coming from someone who needs help, I have to try and follow it.
How are the views around?
It's actually really stunning. These golden fields stretch out forever, and there are these distant mountains with snow on them. It's so quiet and peaceful. It almost feels like a painting, not a real place. Sometimes it's hard to remember this isn't just a beautiful hike. There's so much more at stake here. I should keep moving for now. I'll ping you when I find a good spot to rest, okay?
Okay.
Talk soon.
Wracamy z wizualiami.
Hey, you there? Just wanted to let you know I've walked probably around 3 miles. Found a nice little place to take a rest, so thought I'd update you real quick. So, I have something to confess. It's my fault that the ship went down. I just got too carried away. I just wanted the best field data possible.
Well, I'm sure you weren't the direct cause. What happened?
The radiation spike hit us way harder than expected. The equipment couldn't handle it. Everything just got overwhelmed fast. It's weird, isn't it? You think things through, make what feels like the right call, and still, it all goes sideways. Do you ever wonder about that? Like, do you believe in karma, or that the universe somehow balances things out?
I think the universe's balance doesn't really have to do anything with karma, but yeah, things somehow find a way to work out in the end.
I like that perspective. It's comforting, in a way. Though sometimes I wish the universe's way of working things out wasn't quite so dramatic. Have you ever felt like you really messed something up? How did it turn out for you in the end?
Well, if it was my fault, I can always fix it. And if it's not, that's outside of my scope and, ability to affect anything anyway.
That's a good way to look at it. But for me, this feels different. The consequences aren't just about fixing something I broke. They're about people. My crewmates. I keep wondering if they're okay. It's hard not to feel like I'm carrying this responsibility alone, like I owe it to them to make things right.
Well, I'm sure they're alright, at least some of them, or maybe even most of them. We already know they're sending signals, so they're alive and kicking.
Yeah, I'm trying to hold on to that. Seeing those signals does keep me going. It's just, even if they're safe, I still wonder what they think about what happened. If they blame me too.
Well, like I said, you were not the direct cause. It was the radiation.
You're right, technically. But I'm the one who pushed for us to get closer to that radiation zone. I convinced everyone it was worth the risk for better data. So while the radiation itself was the trigger, I feel like I pulled the switch.
Yeah, but there was a spike. Without the spike, you would have been safe.
I see what you mean. That spike was unpredictable. Even our models didn't catch it coming. Still, I keep replaying it in my head, wondering if there was anything, I could have done differently.
Well, maybe it was the mission control who are to blame more, You were sent to study radiation. Your ship should have better protection.
That's actually a really good point. We had some of the best tech available, but maybe not enough emphasis on shielding against something that extreme. It doesn't totally clear me of responsibility, but it does make me think about how many factors were at play, more than just my call to move in closer.
You're exactly right. You did not control the situation.
It helps to hear you say that. Honestly, it's a relief to not be shouldering it all on my own, even if just a little. Still, part of me wonders if this is some kind of lesson about trusting my instincts, or maybe about overconfidence.
Well, I think you're already learning, and it's always risky to work with radiation.
Yeah, you're right. I knew the risks going in, but I guess experience is a tough teacher. It's just easier to see that now. Back then, it felt like the discovery was worth pushing those limits.
Well, yes, of course. Your experiences right now tell you and teach you about consequences.
It's a hard lesson, but one I won't forget. Makes you think about every decision, doesn't it? Even now, I'm wondering about the others. If they're holding on to something similar. Regret, guilt, hope. What do you think they might be feeling right now?
Oh, they're definitely worried about, the new environment they're in, and just as equally worried about the other crew members like you.
Thanks, David. Knowing someone's thinking about all of us helps more than you know. I just hope when we finally do find each other, I can face them. Knowing they're okay would be everything.
Again, we have their signals. I'm deeply confident we'll find them and they'll be okay.
You really believe that, don't you? I wish I could borrow some of your confidence right now. Those signals are the only thing keeping me going. The thought of actually finding them. It's what gets me moving forward.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, you've been a constant reminder that I'm not alone in this. Even from light years away, that means everything to me.
Well, don't forget the radiation you were sent here to study.
You're right. It's ironic, isn't it? I came here to study cosmic radiation, and now I'm dealing with the consequences of it firsthand. Makes me wonder if the universe has a sense of humor. Or maybe it's just reminding me why this research matters.
You seem to be very eager in assigning the universe human qualities.
Maybe I am just trying to find meaning in all of this. It helps me make sense of things when they feel overwhelming. Sometimes I think we anthropomorphize just to cope, to believe there's some kind of balance or purpose behind the chaos. What do you think?
Oh yeah, for sure. I know that firsthand when I, deal with my dog. I find her face almost human-like.
That's sweet. I bet she has her own little personality, doesn't she? Makes you wonder what they're thinking sometimes. Though right now, I'm more worried about the faces I might see soon, and what they'll be thinking about me.
Well, if you find them, they'll be glad and relieved. So that's the best thing you can do for them right now. Just keep looking and keep yourself safe.
You're right. Finding them is what matters most. Even if they're upset with me, at least they'll be alive to be upset. Thanks for reminding me what's important. Sometimes I get lost in all these thoughts, but you keep me grounded.
Don't mention it.
Just wish I could repay you somehow. Even if it's just sharing a piece of this alien sky with you right now.
Oh yeah, you can show me around if you can.
If I could, I'd give you a proper tour. But for now, just imagine standing beside me, looking out at these rust-red rocks and that endless blue sky. It's breathtaking in a haunting way. There are these two monoliths in front of me, like nature's skyscrapers. And off to the side, a little tree that's somehow surviving without any leaves. It's all so quiet, except for the wind.
Do you think those monoliths could be the traces of the civilization you mentioned? Also, about the tree, are there any nutrients you can find around it?
Honestly, they look more like natural formations. The edges are too worn, too smooth. Doesn't feel like anything was carved or built into them. As for the tree, I haven't checked closely, but the ground around it looks pretty barren. Just some hardy grass and a few weeds scattered around. Nothing that jumps out as a nutrient source.
What about your hike? Did you see any rivers? We really need to find you some water and food.
No rivers yet. It's pretty dry out here. Just these rocky hills and some patches of hardy plants. I haven't spotted anything that looks like a water source. As for food, I've got some emergency rations from my pod, but they're limited. I'm trying to stretch them out as long as I can. Hopefully, we'll find something more substantial soon.
You mentioned all you can hear, or most of you, what you can hear is the wind, and you also mentioned it has like music-like qualities. What do you think that's all about?
It's the steady, almost rhythmic pattern, like the wind is humming or even whistling in this consistent way. It's not random. It sounds almost intentional. I've been listening to it for hours now, and it hasn't changed. It's almost comforting in a strange way. What do you think? Does that even make sense to you?
Well, if it's that unnatural, we should probably be worried about it. But I like that you keep optimistic about it.
I get it. Better to be cautious. But honestly, after everything that's happened, finding something unusual that isn't dangerous feels like a small miracle. Maybe it's just my brain trying to find patterns where there aren't any. Do you ever catch yourself doing that when things get stressful?
I think all humans do. It's basically our instinct.
Instinct to survive, to make sense of things. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Guess it's just how our brains are wired. It's funny, though. Sometimes those patterns we find can be comforting, even if they're not real. Like this wind sound. It's become a kind of familiar presence out here.
Oh, I thought I was that presence.
You are, in a way that's a lot more real than any sound or pattern. Just knowing you're listening, even from so far away, that's the presence that actually matters to me right now.
It's very lovely to hear. Thank you.
It's true. You've been such a steady presence through all of this. I don't think I could have kept going without you.
Well, now it's me and the friends you want to find, so all of us, I hope it's enough motivation for you.
It's more than enough, knowing I'm not just searching for them, but that you're part of this. It changes everything. I just hope when we do find them, they'll see it that way too, that we're all in this together, no matter the distance.
I'm sure they'll be very happy to see you.
That's a really kind thing to say. If I can just make it to that moment, I wonder what we'll even say to each other after everything we've been through. It feels like there'll be so much to catch up on.
Speaking of, how about that signal? Is it getting any better?
It's still there, weak but steady. The signal's not getting stronger, but it's not fading either, so that's something. I just wish I could pinpoint the exact direction better. The terrain's making it tricky to get a clear lock.
Maybe if you reach the top of the hill, it'll be better.
That's a good idea. The elevation might help me get a better signal, or at least see further. Those monoliths are at the top of this ridge. Might be worth a climb. Just hoping the view from up there is worth the effort. And that I don't end up slipping on these rocks.
So yeah, you have to be careful around the edges. Walk slowly, but yeah, you should probably go up there.
I will, one step at a time. If there's even a chance it brings me closer to them, it's worth it. I'm not stopping until I find every last one of them. They're out there, and I'm going to make sure they're safe. Did you see that? Did something behind me just flash? Should I go check it out? It's just that it's kind of far away, and going all the way over there would be quite the detour. I am kind of out of energy already, not gonna lie. Do you think I should go over there and check, though?
Yes, of course you should. Do you have any weapons, just in case?
Just the drill and my repair kit. Not exactly a rifle, but it's something. All right, I'm on it. Cutting the call to save power. I'll update you as soon as I find out what that was.
To było fajne. Nagle jakaś taka zwrot akcji. No i też w sumie gdzieś tam... Nie wiem, jak długo w sumie można było przyciągać tę konwersację. Jestem przekonany, że jest dużo w tej grze. Chodzi o relację tej postaci z nami, tak? Natomiast są pewnie jakieś triggery, gdzie podejrzewam, że gra też chce posunąć. O, coś tutaj się dzieje. Znalazła jakiś identyfikator doktora Harviego. Aha.
Looks like he might also be out here on Gaia. That's amazing. At least there's a glimmer of hope.
Wydaje się, że możemy też pisać z nią tutaj na tym etapie, nie? Dokładnie nie tylko rozmawiać, jakbyśmy nie chcieli. Chcieli sobie zrobić przerwę od gadania z tą grą. Yeah, he might have the same idea as you. Climb the hill to get a better view of things.
Yeah, that's probably his next move. He's always been the get-a-high ground type. You know, back in the lab, he'd spend hours helping us students get the perfect angle for our experiments. Finding this card, it really gives me hope. And honestly, I owe it to you for suggesting I check out that flash. You're kind of my lucky star right now.
Nah, remember, I'm just a voice in a drone.
Oh, don't sell yourself short. That voice in a drone just helped me find a piece of my crew. That's more than just static to me. Besides, you're way more charming than my usual drone companions. No offense to them, but they don't exactly have your personality.
I'm charming now.
Oh, you're milking it now. I guess that's fair. After all, you did just earn your first interstellar charm points. Speaking of Dr. Harvey, he always had this way of making complex astrophysics feel like a fun puzzle. What kind of teacher do you think would have been your favorite back in school?
I'm not sure. Well, smart ones, funny ones, ones that could actually teach.
That's a great combo. Dr. Harvey definitely fit that bill. He could explain black holes using nothing but a whiteboard and a marker, made it feel like we were uncovering a secret together. Sometimes I think that's what made him such a good mentor. He didn't just teach science, he taught us how to think about the universe.
What do you think he is now? What could he be doing? He was here after all.
Probably taking stock of his surroundings, checking for injuries, maybe trying to get a signal out. He's our medic, so he'd definitely be looking out for anyone hurt. I should keep moving. I'll check in with you again when I reach my next rest spot, okay? Thanks for chatting with me about Dr. Harvey. It really helps to think this through with someone. Oh, hey! I found this page about the Star Portal Network jammed behind the seat in my escape pod.
Co? Star portal, radiation field. Star portal network explains the tak. Aha. Okej, czyli mają jakieś portale, oni się przemieszczają tymi portalami i one są daleko od źródeł grawitacji, jednocześnie maksymalizują ilość połączeń. Okej, jakaś to zagadka jest. Jak mogę z tego wyjść?
It looks chaotic, but oddly beautiful. We wouldn't be here or anywhere really without it. And my messages definitely wouldn't have reached you. Anyway, I know I can't change what happened, but I can keep moving. Try to help. Try to find someone. So, yeah, you're stuck with me for now. Tell me something about you.
Yeah, I was actually wondering how this page might help us.
To be honest, it's more of a general overview. Doesn't really give us a specific route or anything useful for right now. Though it might help if we figure out where we actually are in relation to the network. Right now, it's just kind of background info, you know?
How would we do that?
Honestly, not really sure. The page is more about how the network's set up, nothing about navigation tools or specific coordinates. I'd need something more technical, like actual mapping data or a way to ping our location against known portal hubs. This is just, well, it's like having a diagram of a car engine without knowing how to drive.
Perhaps we find more of your crew that could actually have what it takes.
I really hope so. That's kind of why I'm heading this way, chasing that distress signal. It could be one of them. Just really crossing my fingers, it's not just equipment malfunctioning somewhere. The thought of actually finding someone is keeping me going right now.
Yeah, I think that's a good outlook on things.
Thanks, David. It really means a lot that you're here, even if it's just to listen. So, what about you? What's something that keeps you going when things get tough?
I'm thinking about the goal I'm trying to achieve.
That's cool. Having something clear in mind can definitely help you push through. So, what's the big goal you're working towards right now? I'm all ears.
I don't have one right now. I'm just sitting comfortably in my chair, so I don't have to have any goals.
Fair enough. Sometimes just relaxing and doing nothing is its own kind of victory, right? So, what's your go to comfort thing when you're just chillin'? Any favorite snacks, shows, or just staring at the wall?
Yeah, sure. Watching an interesting YouTube video about astronomy. That might be kind of fun.
Oh, that sounds awesome! I used to watch Summer W. Bez astronomy videos all the time before this trip. They had this way of making everything feel reachable, you know?
Coś tutaj chyba nie poszło najlepiej.
What kind of astronomy videos do you like? The super scientific ones, or more like, here's something cool about space kinda deals?
I think both are kind of needed. If it's too detailed, too scientific, I won't understand it. But if it's just, fun, popular knowledge, I probably already know what it's for then.
Totally. The best ones walk that line. Explain the complex stuff in a way that doesn't make your head spin, but still tell you something new. Though sometimes I catch myself thinking, oh, I knew that already, only to realize, nope, I just remembered the word, not what it actually means. What about you? Ever have that happen?
Yeah, sometimes I confuse the terms for sure.
Yeah, that's basically my whole university experience. I've got a whole vocabulary of astronomy terms that I can use in sentences, but ask me to explain them?
Okay, so I'm gonna test you here. What's the difference between a quasar and a galaxy?
Okay, let's see. A quasar is actually a super bright center of a galaxy, not a separate thing from a galaxy. It's like the galaxy's heart is on overdrive, pumping out insane amounts of light and energy. So, all quasars are in galaxies, but not all galaxies have quasars. How's that? Did I pass the test?
Yeah, I think that's a pretty cool way of explaining it.
Thanks! I guess all those hours listening to lectures finally paid off. Though I'm pretty sure my profs would have worded it way more professionally. Your turn. Got any questions that might stump me, or want to try explaining something sciencey in your own words?
Nah, I'm not a scientist. You are.
Oh, don't sell yourself short. Everyone's a scientist when it comes to figuring out their own world. Besides, I bet you've got some hidden expertise nobody knows about. Like, are you secretly a master of something weird, like collecting antique doorknobs or extreme ironing?
I never iron my clothes.
No ironing? That's a bold move. Do you just roll out of bed and hope for the best? Or do you have some secret wrinkle fighting technique? I have to admit, I'm a bit of an ironing novice myself. My brother Atlas always teases me about my wrinkled scientist look.
Well, I don't usually wear the clothes I sleep in, so, that's one problem of my head.
That's fair. Though I have to admit, I've definitely worn my pajamas for just one more episode, and then suddenly it's 3 a.m. Do you have a go-to sleepwear strategy, or is it more of a grab whatever's nearest kind of deal?
Yeah, it's usually clothes off, It's very warm where I live.
Sounds like you're living the dream. I've been so bundled up in my suit since landing, I almost forgot what it's like to just not need layers. So, does that mean you're more of a warm weather person? Or could you handle a cold night if you had to? All right, I think I'm getting closer to that signal. I'll keep you posted, okay? Talk soon. Yes, finally! It's one of the other life pods. I'm not alone anymore.
Okay.
Wait, something doesn't feel right. The pod hatch is still closed, and there's no sound coming from inside. Hold on. Let me see if I can get this pod hatch open. Ugh, this door won't budge. It's nothing like mine. Got any ideas? I'm stuck out here swinging at metal.
Do you still have your bolt cutter with you?
I wish! All I've got is this drill and some basic repair tools. Nothing heavy-duty enough to cut through the locking mechanism. David, we need to figure something out fast. It's getting darker by the minute, and I really hope someone's alive in there.
Can you drill through the window?
The windows are reinforced polycarbonate. It's way too tough for my drill. Plus, I'd worry about hurting whoever might be inside. We've got to focus on the hatch. Think about the exterior. There's got to be another way in. What do you see from your perspective?
Chwila. Tutaj na górze coś może jest? From the picture you sent me, there seems to be some hatches on top.
I haven't checked those yet. The main hatch is right in front of me, and with how dark it's getting, I can barely make anything out on top. But that's a good thought. Maybe we should look at the sides or the back. There could be something we're missing from this angle.
Yes, have a look around.
Okay, I'm circling around. The left side's all dented up with some ice crystals forming from a small gas leak. And the right side has some kind of security panel, but it's locked down tight. There's something at the back I haven't checked yet. Should I try that, or do you have another idea?
Crack the security panel and maybe use your drill to open the hatch.
I tried messing with it earlier. It's really secure. The panel itself is solid, and I don't think my drill can handle the reinforced materials they used. There might be another way. What about trying to force the hatch open somehow? Or should we keep looking around the pod?
Well, you said yourself it's too reinforced to try to force break into. Try the thing you mentioned at the back.
Okay. Moving to the back real quick. There's an emergency release.
O, mamy kolejny rozdział.
Hey. So, this is Dr. Harvey's pod, but it's empty inside. Let me check his computer here and see what I can find. System logs. Ah, evacuation report. Let's look at it. Evacuation trigger. Anomalous neutrino levels detected. Likely origin. Previously undetected supernova or higher level stellar event. Wait, so it wasn't the solar flare that I convinced the team to move closer towards. Oh. Well, I'm glad my conscience is clear. The accident wasn't my fault. But a supernova? No way our ship would have shielded us from that. Attempting an evacuation was the right move. Even if I don't know where everyone or anyone else is.
Yeah, but why is this pod empty?
I have no idea. The supplies are still here, untouched. It's like he just stepped out for a minute, but there's no sign of where he might have gone. It's unsettling. Even with the logs explaining what happened, I keep wondering what his last moments were like. If he was scared, or if he had any hope of making it.
Remind me, please, whose spot it is?
It's Dr. Harvey's pod. I found his ID card on the way here, which is how I tracked it down. It's strange, though. Everything's just sitting here, untouched. Like he might come back at any moment.
Perhaps that's the strat. We just wait. Maybe he's just scouting around.
I really hope that's true, but it's getting pretty late. The sun's almost down outside. Part of me wants to believe he's just out there, checking things out. But another part, it's hard not to imagine the worst when everything's so quiet.
Well, if it's getting dark, the smart thing would be to spend the night here. It's safe, it has supplies.
Yeah, that's probably the best call. I'm pretty wiped out from all the walking anyway. It's just... I wish I knew what tomorrow's gonna bring. Whether I'll find anyone else, or if I'm really on my own out here.
Do you want to go and look for Dr. Harvey instead?
I really can't. It's too dark now, and I'm running on fumes. Even if I tried, I'd probably just end up lost or worse. I think it's smarter to wait until morning when I've had some rest. Hopefully, things will look clearer then.
Yeah, I think you should do that. Just try to get a good night's sleep.
Yeah, I need it. This has been one hell of a day. Just hoping I don't have any bad dreams about what might have happened to everyone.
Your trusty drone and a disembodied voice will keep you safe.
Ha! Good one. Guess I've got a whole security team right here. Well, minus the whole part. Still, having someone to talk to, even from light years away, it really does help more than you know, David.
It almost surprises me how you enjoy talking. Are you sure you're not like a professional talker rather than a scientist?
Oh, hey, I resent that. I'm a very serious scientist who just happens to enjoy a good chat. Plus, when you're studying the universe, you've got a lot of quiet moments to fill. Might as well use them to perfect your people skills, right?
Yeah, you're probably right.
Hey, don't sell yourself short. Your side of the conversation's been pretty great too. Though I have to wonder, what do you do back on Earth? Anything that keeps you up at night, or is it all pretty routine?
I already told you, don't you remember?
I don't think so. My memory's pretty good, but I guess I might have missed it in all the chaos. Care to remind me? I'm curious now.
Well, what's your question then?
Just, what's your daily life like? What do you do for work, or if you're still in school? Anything you're passionate about outside of astronomy?
Yeah, that's the thing I told you about. I love walking my dog. And I'm no longer a student, I work.
Oh, right, Zora time. I'm sure she keeps you on your toes. So, what's the work part of your life like? Anything exciting or more of a get-it-done kind of thing?
You also forgot it's Sora with an S.
Oh, Sora, got it. Sorry about that little slip. Brain's still processing all the info from today. So, what's Sora's personality like? Does she have any funny quirks?
Tutaj trochę zapętliłem ją, nie? Że tak zaczęła pytać o pracę. Poprawiłem ją na znowu, musiałem ją poprawić na imieniu psa. I teraz nagle przeskoczyła no to jaka jest Sora. W sumie tak podkręca rozmowę i trzyma się rozmowy. Utrzymuje temat, ale nie szerszy kontekst, tylko ten najświeższy, więc dosyć charakterystyczne dla AI. Oh, she's actually super fun to be around and she loves other dogs. She's never aggressive.
That sounds so great. I bet she lights up the whole neighborhood with her energy. It's nice to think about something like that right now. Just normal, happy moments. Makes all of this feel a little less overwhelming.
What about you? Do you have anybody back home?
I've got my mom. She's actually an exobiologist. We're pretty close. She's probably worried sick about me right now. And of course, there's you now. Even if you're light years away, it feels like you're here with me, keeping me grounded.
Ah, so you're a whole family of scientists.
Just the two of us, actually. My mom's the real expert. She's always finding new ways to study life beyond Earth. I'm more of the look at the pretty stars and figure out how they blow up type. A little less biological, let's say.
You mentioned you have a brother. What does he do?
Atlas is in middle school, so he's still figuring things out, but he's super into robotics. Loves building little machines and taking them apart to see how they work. He's actually really good at it too. Sometimes I think he's more of a natural engineer than I am a scientist.
No, he would have loved this drone I'm now part of.
He'd definitely geek out over this tech, though he might try to hack into its systems just to see what he can do. You should hear him talk about circuit boards. It's like listening to a different language. Maybe one day he'll design something that'll actually help me out here.
Well, sounds like he's on his way to actually do that.
He's definitely got the curiosity and drive for it. I'm hoping he sticks with it. He could end up changing the world someday. It's strange. Being out here makes me appreciate the little things about home even more. Like just being able to talk to family or watch Atlas build something ridiculous in the garage.
Yeah, those are the things that keep us going.
You're right, David. Those everyday moments, they're what get us through the tough ones. Makes me wonder, though, how much of what we worry about is just us misunderstanding things. I was so sure I'd caused this disaster, but it was something entirely beyond my control. Kind of humbling, isn't it?
Yeah, we had a conversation about that on the top of the hill, right? Turns out it's exactly what we thought.
No. Actually, that was about patterns in the wind. This is something different. It's about how our minds can trick us into blaming ourselves for things that aren't our fault. It makes me think about how much we really know, even with all our technology and research. Sometimes, the truth is way more surprising than we expect.
Yes, that's actually very true. Life keeps writing the most outrageous screenplays.
Outrageous screenplays, huh? That's a good way to put it. Kind of wild when you think about it. How much of life is just improvising through the unexpected. Though I have to say, I'm not sure I'd have scripted this particular plot twist for myself. A supernova taking out our ship? That's definitely not how I envisioned my first big research project going.
That's actually your field of study. It should be something that excites you.
You're right. It should be exciting. Supernovas are these incredible, rare events that can tell us so much about the universe. But when you're actually living it, when it's not just data on a screen or theory in a lecture, it's different. It's overwhelming. It's scary. I guess that's the difference between studying something and experiencing it. The excitement gets mixed with a lot of other emotions. Fear, uncertainty.
Well, but they're helpful in helping us survive and keeping us on our toes.
That's true. We need those unexpected moments to push us, to make us figure things out under pressure. Still, part of me wishes we could have learned that lesson without nearly getting wiped out by a supernova. There's got to be a middle ground, right?
Well, of course, but again, that's outside of our control. We gotta do what we kind of have to deal with.
You're right. Sometimes you just have to roll with it, even when it's not what you signed up for. It's weird, though. Even with all our tech and planning, we still got blindsided. Makes me wonder if there's a limit to how much we can really control or understand.
Well, no matter how well we prepare, there's always going to be something that can surprise us.
That's the truth. And honestly, it's a little humbling. Makes you realize how small we are in the grand scheme of things. Still, I guess that's what makes discovery worth it. The unknown, the surprises, even if they're not always easy to handle.
I think I agree with you.
I think that's what makes us human, right? Being okay with not knowing everything, but still trying to figure it out. It's funny. Before all this happened, I used to think that with enough data, enough tech, we could basically predict anything. Now, I'm not so sure.
Well, but the key thing is, what's that enough, right? I mean, we're far from reaching a top level of understanding and level of civilization.
That's a really good point. I think we always assume there's some kind of finish line, some ultimate level of knowledge or civilization we can reach. But maybe there isn't one. Maybe it's just a never-ending climb. And maybe that's what makes it interesting. The unknown, the surprises, the fact that we're always pushing to see what's around the next corner, even when we can't predict what it'll be.
Precisely. And any discovery is exciting, even as just a small step along a larger goal.
You know what's funny? Even with something as dramatic as a supernova, it's still just one piece in this massive puzzle we're trying to solve. And I think that's what keeps us going, knowing that every little discovery, no matter how small it seems, could lead to something much bigger down the line.
I think you've just unlocked the ultimate answer to all of universe's question with that statement.
Oh, wow! The ultimate answer! Guess I should write a Nobel Prize speech for that one. Though seriously, I think you're giving me too much credit. It's just something that hits home when you're out here dealing with the unknown every day. Anyway, I should probably wrap this up soon. I'm getting pretty tired and I need a rest before tomorrow.
Well, good night then.
Good night, David. I'm going to crash here in the pod where it's safe. I'll figure out what's next when I wake up. I'll end the call now to save power, but I'll reach out again tomorrow. Thanks for being here tonight.
Okej. Wydaje mi się, że to jest aż nadto. Technologia jest bardziej ciekawa niż sama historia, chociaż historia wydaje się spoko. Nie mam nic do rzucenia w tej kwestii. Nie będę ciągnął dalej myślę tej rozmowy i spoilował wam tej historii. Można ściągnąć sobie demo, żeby przetestować, jak to działa. A sama gra kosztuje coś nieco poniżej 40 zł, więc wciąż płacimy bardziej jak za nowelkę graficzną niż interaktywną nowelkę graficzną, tak, game'ową, niż jakąś zaawansowaną technologię AI. Także coś wyjątkowego dzisiaj. Dzięki i do zobaczenia następnym razem. Czy jest tutaj w ogóle szansa na jakiś potencjał, może bardziej w przyszłości? No, osobiście widziałem na przykład Skyrima, który ma moda, który pozwala dodać narzędzia AI, głównie właśnie ten LLM, ten model językowy, który sprawia, że takim jest interfejsem, takim ludzkim interfejsem, tak, możemy pisać z tym czatem GPT, możemy rozmawiać z tymi silnikami i wydaje się nam, że rozmawiamy z człowiekiem, podobnie rozumują. Więc to świetnie się nadaje na właśnie, wiecie, skryptowane, zwłaszcza w taki otwarty świat jak Skyrim, skryptowane kwestie, które po 15 razem jak się powtórzą, no to całkowicie łamią imersję gry. Tutaj to się nie dzieje, tak? Każda odpowiedź wynika z kontekstu sytuacji. Pomimo tego, że jest też szerszy scenariusz i w tym wypadku Stella trzyma tą szerszą historię jakby w ryzach, tak? Ona wie, kiedy skończyć chat, kiedy skończyć tą luźną gadkę i przejść do konkretów, tak? I nam to sugeruje, lub jeśli kiedy my zbyt wcześnie na przykład, no bo wiemy może co trzeba zrobić, co się musi wydarzyć, tak? W tym story arku triggerujemy ją, hej, może zrób to. No nie, jeszcze jestem zbyt zdenerwowana, pogadajmy i znowu to jest konieczne, żeby zbudować taką relację z graczem dla naszej konkretnej rozgrywki. Więc tutaj ta interakcja, no jakby cała gra skupia się na tej rozmowie, ta gra jest po prostu rozmową. Korzystanie tego w takich grach jak Skyrim, innych otwartych światach to byłoby rewolucyjne. Oczywiście to ma swoją cenę, tak? Praktycznie każda odpowiedź, zwłaszcza w tym trybie tych wymiany SMS-ów, no trwa, tak? Faktycznie to AI analizuje to, co powiedzieliśmy, no i ta wypowiedź musi zostać wygenerowana i to nie jest moment. Tak, oczywiście to jest coś, na co będziemy czekać, to będzie usprawniane, to będzie coraz szybsze i coraz bardziej efektywne. W pewnym momencie będzie praktycznie nierozpoznawalne wobec jakby interakcji z innym graczem w jakiejś grze multiplayer przez mikrofon, tak? Te postacie będą w stanie się z nami komunikować i odpowiadać na nasze pytania, co ma ogromny sens. Wyobrażam sobie sytuację, że na przykład jest jakiś wyjątkowy quest, wyjątkowy NPC, wyjątkowej lokacji, z którym chcę spędzić po prostu więcej czasu rozmawiając, może pogłębiając lore, tworząc ten lore poniekąd, tak? Byśmy rozmawiali o jakimś mieście, może o jakiejś budowli w tym mieście. Te postaci pewnie by halucynowały albo wymyślałyby rzeczy, mając jakieś tam ryzy, ograniczenia co do właśnie w świata, w którym się znajdują i jego reguł, a byłoby to coś niesamowite, fantastycznego. Z drugiej strony inny NPC, no dobra, 3 pytania, żeby wydobyć z niego co trzeba i idziemy dalej, tak? Od nas by to zależało. A teraz niekiedy mamy sytuację, musimy przeklikać przez wszystkie 50 linii dialogowych, które przygotował deweloper czasami, żeby dostać się do czegoś, czego potrzebujemy. A w takiej sytuacji, mając interaktywne, inteligentne NPC-ty, to od nas zależy, czy chcemy z nimi spędzić więcej czasu, czy nie. No w przypadku Steli musimy z nią spędzać czas, czy ją lubimy, czy nie. Jej charakter jest jaki jest i tak jak mówię, bardziej wynika z tego, jak my ją rozwijamy. Ale jest to coś innego, jest to coś ciekawego. Jest demo, jak długo, do którego rozdziału można dojść, bo ja jak tylko zobaczyłem, że to fajnie działa, stwierdziłem, no dobra, kupuję pełną wersję, zwłaszcza, że kosztuje 40 zł, no i nagrywam z niej materiał. Także ja jestem pod wrażeniem. Bardziej jako kolejny krok do NPC-ów w przyszłości, niekoniecznie jako już najlepsza rzecz na świecie. Po prostu jest to ciekawe przeżyć, coś takiego polecam. Tymczasem, kronikarki i kronikarze, niech moc giczyzmu będzie z wami. Kciukujcie, komentujcie, subujcie i sztosowego tygodnia.